Okay, I just wanted to touch base with you guys on what you did with the senior ad project the other day. The first thing you did is you went to Creative Commons and searched for pictures, and a minimum of 5 pictures was required. Some of you may want to get 8, 9, or 10, depending on a template you chose. You may still have to go back and get another one if it didn't work for you. And then you took those pictures and save them onto your desktop in a file folder that you had created. So I'm just going to go out those pictures. I have mine called Senior Demo. Yours was probably Senior Ads. We may have named it that. And then we put those pictures in there so that you would have them all ready to upload. So they look like that. I ended up with 8. Okay. And then after that, you uploaded those. You went through signing in to Herff Jones, into eDesign, and then into your Citrix Workplace, and you launched your image uploader. Then you had to choose the year of your yearbook and then upload from my device. And then you went to find those pictures. You clicked on the first one and held down Shift and could connect them all and then open it, and it went into the library in eDesign. Now, this would not work the other day for us with the candidates to tag them there. So then you went into eDesign. Let me just go back out of here for a second. Mine, I have to minimize it for everything. I don't know why. Go ahead and save these because I threw an ad in there so you could see it. And then you went to library to find those pictures. Right here, mine actually is already tagged. But at that point, when you went in, you had all these others and you had to scroll down and find yours and then highlight them to tag them, then put them in your name over here. Most of you have your name as a file because of a project we did earlier. If not, you had to add it. Okay. Then you went back to the book and found your particular page I assigned, and then you pulled in a template over here under mods, which is the 4th icon, and then you located ads, and then you look for various templates that match the number of pictures you had, and you can tweak some of those. I had to tweak one of these, I think. And it's okay for this project if you get a DPI warning because these came from just regular offline pics. We're not going to have that problem probably with our digital senior ones that are submitted or the ones that we scan. Then you were supposed to put in a note. I've typed my note here. I'm going to maximize this for you for a second. I can change any of these fonts with what I have below, okay? All you have to do is highlight it. I'll give you an example. And mine I'm going to have to minimize. I'm not sure if yours will have to get to the bottom of the page. We are limited right now with what's in here, but let's say you're working on a senior ad and there's a particular font that you want, then I can go ahead and upload that for you out of our font book if you like that. Okay, there are a few fonts here that we do have preloaded. I put a few extra ones in here when we first did it. And let's say I wanted it to look a little more like writing. Try to find one that's kind of like writing, maybe that one. And then when you go back, you can kind of see what it looks like. Maybe I wanted it to be a different color. I don't know. You're going to have to play around with the colors. The color is right here beside the font size. So you have an array of colors, and then you also can change the depth of them to percentages if you don't like that. But let's say I wanted to do that in a dark purple color. It's kind of like that anyway. So then I go back and look at it and see what color it changed to. It's totally up to you with what scheme you have. Here we may have to move this to get rid of that. So I'm going to move it down a little bit with her name. Got a little long-winded in the note there, but that got rid of that flag. I can also do that to her name, which is what I've done here. These don't match, but that's okay. And maybe I want to change that to be in the same family. You can change the size of it. You'll notice that if I go bigger, it may not look right. Let's see. But it's probably okay. All right. I kind of like purple, so I'm going to change it back. Okay. You can also change the background behind here. So if you click on background, the buttons over here, it looks like a paint can pouring onto a page. It says edit background. If you click on that, you'll go down to the bottom left-hand corner. It'll give you a choice for left or right. Well, this is on the right side of the page. So I'm going to click on that. And maybe I want to play around just to see what they look like. I can see that looks hideous, but another color may look better. Sometimes I ask seniors, especially if they come in, what's a color you really like? What's your favorite color? Some of them will like pastels, some of them will like deeper, richer colors. Sometimes they'll say, well, can you find a texture background? And we can get that from the Herff Jones site, a few of those unusual backgrounds. So we have a lot of options that we can use. But that's all you do to change the background. I can come off of it so you can see it a little bit better. Let's come down to 50. So you can kind of see what the whole thing looks like. And that only isolates that side, so that if the other side has another color scheme, you probably want to only be careful if they're really contrasting side by side. You can go paler with this yellow. If I were coming back to this color, that's when I could take it down by percentages and see that it becomes a little bit of a cooler color instead of so brassy. So there's a lot you can do with color in here. I'm excited to see what Canva is going to do with that, with their backgrounds. So I'm hoping we'll have more options in those situations. But that's how you add background color, change your font color, change your fonts that are there. And again, we can have other options we can add to that. Have a great day and have a great weekend.